Volume 4, Chapter 12 Departure, Part 2 Sato's here. I'm not a person who often takes trips, but I've strangely grown attached to a city I've only been to for a few days. I'm wanting to come again for notable tourist attractions. The bookstore is kept by the already recovered gray-haired old man. Simone-san isn't in the shop. I'm not able to worship that glorious proportion. Regrettable. The shopkeeper gives me a map to the labyrinth city. How do I say this? It's a map that screams, measurement? What is that? Is that tasty? Although I didn't expect it to have map symbols or contours, but it's questionable if this thing has a concept of cardinal directions. Probably it's shown on my face. The old man explains. Accurate maps are classified information, so only people from the kingdom side could get a hold of it. I miss Google Maps. Since it's better than nothing, I buy 5 maps until it reaches the labyrinth city. Later on, I learned that Merchant Guild sells better maps. My business is over with this, but the shopkeeper, demonstrating his commercial spirit and kindness, recommends me various books. Books that look like it will be useful for the journey, like Journey to the Royal Capital, Dictionary of Herbs, Carriage Repair Refers Dictionary, etc. I'm charmed by their titles, so I buy all the recommended ones. There are introductory books for woodworking, smithing, engraving, and various manufacture-related books. But since there is no demand and coupled that they're old books, they don't sell well at all. When I show an interest in it, the shopkeeper begins to pile one book after another. Since they could be bought for 2 gold coins for everything, I decide to buy them all. Furthermore, he also recommends good reading books for breaks during a journey. Although most of them are about love or heroes, but I find exceptions like Ancient Battlefield and Withered Labyrinth, Mad Magician and Death Army, Man Who Created Labyrinths. I buy the 3 of them and 5 popular picture books. Picture books are good for learning letters. It was a bit over the budget, so I drive it down to 10 gold coins. I bought too much indeed. The bag with almost 30 books inside is quite heavy. If I didn't have the status compensation, my waist would have gone bad. It becomes quite the amount after I receive the stuff I bought from the magic shop. Though it's not like I could walk back carrying them, I'll look way too conspicuous, so I wait for a cab carriage. Hello, nimble Onisan. I turn towards the voice behind. With a face as if saying that the prank is successful, it's Zina-san's coworker, girlfriend, Lilio. Hello, Lilio-san. Did you imitate Zina-san? Hey, did I pass? Hey, did you skip a beat? I somehow understand that I mustn't let Lilio meet Arisa. I notice immediately because your voice is different. Too bad. But, isn't that love? The power of love? Girls really do like love talk, huh? Lilio is coming closer to impose her small body. I have enough lolly girls, so push her shoulder back so our bodies doesn't stick together. Are you alone today? Yup. The other soldiers are sleeping, but Zina, from yesterday noon until midnight today, is keeping on guard on the whole time. Magic troops are lacking in numbers, isn't it? I wanted to say some parting words to Zina-san before I leave for the journey, but... Alright, let's change the departure to tomorrow morning. Lilio, could you deliver a message for Zina-san? Okay, but no passionate lines that will make the chest hot, okay? If it's too intense, it might be interpreted wrong, you know. While crossing her arms, Lilio talks with a bad face. I ask her to tell Zina-san that I will be leaving early tomorrow morning. Lilio willingly agrees to deliver the message. Acha, Zina's first love ended up unrequited, huh? It seems that she intended it to be a monologue, but I heard it loud and clear. I don't reply to that and go back to the gate inn with a cab carriage. On the carriage, I store the books inside the item box. When Arisa knew about me going to the bookstore, didn't I say to take me along? She's angry, but after I tell her that I bought every elemental beginner magic book, her smile returns. Besides, you probably haven't learned how to learn Shiga Kingdom letters, right? Then, are we going to depart? Since Arisa asked, I tell everyone that we'll depart tomorrow morning. I'm going to the alchemist shop on the East District and the General Guild to finish some business, so check if there's anything that we forgot to buy. It's fine to play learning cards when it's over. Card! Nano desu! Pochi, Tama, and Lulu rejoice. It's rare to see the figure of Lulu who looks happy like a normal girl. I click on the record button in my heart. Empty dummy barrels are too light, it'll seem unnatural. So I think it's good to store long-lasting potatoes in them. It's going to be winter soon. It might be too cold to sleep with just a mantle. I think it's good to purchase a blanket for Master at least. I agree with Arisa and Lisa's opinions and allow them to buy those. Of course, the blankets are for 4 people. Since Arisa saw some made from cotton in the marketplace, I permitted her to buy after hearing the price. I go to the alchemy shop alone and buy a lot of painkillers and deodorant materials and recipe compilations. It's an extravagance worry, but when you're shopping without caring for the remaining money, maybe because there is no fun of hesitating, it's a bit lonely. On the General Guild, I listen for the progress of the request I asked from Nari-san. Even though it has only been a day, it's already mostly completed. The rest weren't in home, so she's going to go back tomorrow. Nari-san passes me something as I give her the reward. What she gave is a big basket filled with things like a small bag with money, vegetables, sandals, and various other things. Poor Homes gives vegetables or home industry products like sandals instead of money, even things like wood spoons and others. It seems that Nari-san did say that the rewards are unnecessary, but she was given them before she could decline. I tell her that I'm leaving Seiryu City tomorrow, and I present her the reward as a bonus. Sato-san, your next destination must be either the royal capital or Duke-sama capital, right? No, I intend to go to the Labyrinth City. There are a lot of demi-humans in Labyrinth City. Life will be easy there. Come to think of it, I haven't met the most famous demi-human, the elves. I thought that Seiryu City should have them. That's right, I'd like to see elves the most. Nari-san is showing a subtle expression hearing my reply. She looks back and calls the manager. It's the old man who was always sleeping. Manager, come here for a bit. The manager comes here while stroking his beard. He's much younger than I thought. He's a bit small and skinny, but he's a handsome man with matching greenish-black long hair. The manager who just got here doesn't say anything. Nari-san lifts one side of his hair up. They're quite familiar. Looky, looky, she points her finger. The manager's ear, the tip is a bit sharp. Is he a demi-human too? Sato-san's reaction is too light. I'm sorry, what's wrong with manager-san's ear? Nari-san is mad after hearing my answer. Mo, what are you saying? I'm showing you the proof since you said that you wanted to see an elf. Eh? He's an elf? I thought that elves' ears are longer though. Is he a half-elf? The manager's son looks grumpy from my reply. He goes back to his position and resumes his nap. Looks like I've offended him with my answer somehow. Mo, manager, just because you were mistaken with Long-Ear tribe, please don't immediately sulk. What kind of tribes are the Long-Ear tribe? It's said that elves have ears this long from my hometown. I make a motion to express the long ears with my finger. What Sato-san said is a tribe among the ear tribe called Long-Ear tribe. They're taller than normal people on average, and their hair is blonde instead of green. They have talent in magic and live as long as the elves. The Saga Empire first emperor was an ears tribe and was a king of the hero, so the tribe is considered to be sacred. They seldom ever go out of Saga Empire, since they even have a sanctuary there, so they're rarely seen. However, they're hated by the elves and is called false elf. I see. Let's not get it wrong next time. I apologize to the manager for the rudeness. Since the manager answers by fluttering his hand while napping, I take that I'm forgiven. The next morning, we finished having breakfast in the stalls. I have paid for the inn too. Martha-chan said, "Stay here next time too," as a carefree farewell. I leave the inn by driving the wagon. I thought that Zina-san will come to see me off, but she had an all-nighter. She's probably still asleep. Let's send her a letter next time. When we're departing, I inadvertently see a white dot moving along the inner wall. I greet Knight Son at the gate entrance and leave the city. I'm troubling people if I wait here. When I get a bit away from the gate, I hear, "Wait!" from behind. Since I'd be a hindrance for the traffic here, I go to an open space outside the gate and stop the wagon. The traffic at the gate looks to be in disorder when I look at it. One horse is slipping out from there. I've waved my hands from the top of the wagon. "Sato-san!" Zina-san is coming here on a horse while smoothing her hair, which got disheveled by the wind. She's wearing a dress unsuitable for riding a horse. She wears different cosmetics than the usual. "I'm glad that I made it." "Zina-san, I'm also glad that I got to meet you before I leave. It's good that I don't end up being ungrateful. You're going to the Labyrinth City, right? Please send me a letter when you've settled down. I will absolutely reply back." "Yes, I will without a fail." I thought that she'd say that she wants to go together, but I'm glad that it's about letters. "Pinky swear." Arisa shows her smirking face from the wagon while saying unnecessary words. Zina-san bites it and vigorously asks for, "I want to pinky swear." I couldn't refuse and we pinky swear. Doing it at this age, I'm a bit embarrassed. I'll properly say farewell to Zina-san, who stares at her bent little finger ecstatically. "Then, let's meet again some other time. I will send you a letter for certain after I arrive at the Labyrinth City." "Yes, I'm looking forward to the day I'm able to see you again." It's good that it didn't become a sad farewell. My reunion with her will happen faster than I thought, but I still didn't know at this time. Zina-san earnestly waves her hand until the Knight Son grabs her by the nape to the station.